Now, you're viewed by many as being quite the non-interventionist visionary and being well ahead of the curve when it comes to such things as carbon footprint, sustainability, and I guess, for want of a better term, natural winemaking. How does that make you feel, and how did you get to the philosophy that you have today with regards to winemaking?
Well, I love the idea to be considered an innovator in the sense that I think that there are always things to get better. So changing is and improving is a man instinct, and I'm happy that those innovations are also considered, particularly in two fields like sustainability, for instance, on the one hand, and I would say on this second aspect that you mentioned, this call of transparency that is rising in the wine
Yes, yeah.
world in the recent years, because I consider both of them important topics. Of course, the sustainability one more than the other, probably, and in this sense, I think that sustainability is a probably generical concept, but it's an approach which is maybe our new religion. We need to believe that our let's say the expectation to create to preserve a decent world for us and for our future generation comes is conditioned by the way we're going to interpret our businesses, because business is really central in the big picture. So in wine, there was probably some delay that we have catched up very quickly, because I think that wine is one of these sectors that is leading again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really playing, giving an example, and in this sense, what we did was to simply review our business, measuring it with the best international standards, to really stress it and try to understand where there was a need for improvement. For example, we have been the first, just to make some examples, to calculate the carbon footprint, as you mentioned, yes, back in 2009. So it was actually this year we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of this calculation, and it was a little milestone, because it happened to start to write down the rules on how to interpret carbon footprinting in wine. And another example, it gave us the opportunity to be aware that, for example, packaging was so relevant in this big picture, and to then push us to find solutions. The light bottle that we use today, made locally, only 360 grams, for example, is a proof of this engagement. There are many others. Well, of course, the energy independent facility, the energy independent cellar we work in is another one. But in general, it was, as I say, a new approach to business. We have started to not only look at energy and greenhouse gas emission, but to biodiversity management. And I mean, practically the biodiversity we manage in our ecosystem. So we have touched a lot of fields. The energy independent cellar means not having a football field of photovoltaic. It means, first of all, saving. It means then trying to look for byproducts that you could use to valorizing them to create energy. The pruning waste, the skin waste, or whatever. It means, in general, look at every corner of your operation to try to see if there is an improvement in terms of environmental impact. Then, as you were mentioning, there is a social dimension. I mean, again, business operation is where we all live in. is where there are communities.
Yes.
And there are a group of people that dedicate all their life to it and into it. And then there is a relationship with communities. I mean, local communities, for example. And in this sense, again, there should be a vision. For example, we have been, I'm very proud to underline the significant parts of it. We have been the first winery in Italy to create a welfare plan for our employees.
Right.
It is an attention which means trying to give again more, as much as possible, at least, but anyway, more every year to and redistribute more to our group and to the families living in our business. So this is a lot of the vision of sustainability. It's an approach. Of course, we want to make money, because the economical dimension of sustainability is important, because our business needs to be running today and preserved for tomorrow too. Otherwise, there will be no, let's say, wealth to redistribute.
The two are not mutually exclusive, right? There is a third way there, definitely. Well, Michele, thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. It's fascinating to speak with you. I had a million and one other things to ask you about, but we've used up all of our time here today. Hopefully I will see you again when I travel to Montepulciano. I was there some years ago, but I will be back, I promise you that. And hopefully I'll see you in Toronto sometime soon.
I hope to.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bye.